What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Base. And I believe, is it raining? Yes, it's raining. I thought it was about to start snowing. So, I'll pause the game here for a second and have a little chat. So, I figured out the sickness. The sickness wasn't too bad to figure out. It wasn't, so there's two different versions. There's just like a viral, like a sickness sort of one, and then there's like a deadly viral, which can actually kill inmates. Mine was just the normal sickness, so I believe it was really confusion on the forums and that because it was still a lot of confusion back from when events were still introduced. So I think the way it works is when they're treated, they cannot re-get it, which is good. So pretty much I treated all the guys that was in here, but then there ended up still being like one guy that ended up getting it, which spread it to everyone. And pretty much the way it worked was the cleaners. The cleaners were the issue because they would still walk into these cells and clean, and then they would get contact in them, and then they would and then they'd spread it between the inmates because since it's not staff doing the cleaning, I've got inmates doing the cleaning, it's spread like wildfire. And I got everyone healed up in sickness, and then pretty much a day after that, I got a call from our CEO talking about federal witness court dates. So as you can see, we need to have, he pretty much told me that I've got 8 witnesses in my prison that we need to keep alive. And normally you're supposed to use CIs to help you find it, but there's another way of doing it. This guy, as you can see at the bottom there in orange, it says federal witness. So I just went through every one of them, just checking them. Some of them say unknown, but there's actually a little thing that tells you if you're their federal witness, which is when you look at their punishment, they have got 0 served and their max is 100. So since for 100 years, but yeah, so if you do it early on, you can any one of them that have 100 pretty much is your federal witness. Every one of them said federal witness besides one. It said unknown reputation, but I knew he was a federal witness from that. So what I've done is I've put them into permanent lockdown by literally locking their doors so they cannot get out, and I'm hoping that they don't. So this guy here, he's in lockdown. So what I want to do is I now want to go permanent lockdown on these guys, because then at least then in case they decide to break the doors, then they don't piss me off and piss the guards off and run away. So that's the key thing, is to keep these guys in permanent lockdown. And yeah, so that's the plan. We're just going to try and keep these guys alive. I've done that guy, and I think there was 3 on this side, I think. Permanent lockdown, and then the rest in these ones. There's none in them 2, and then this guy, I need to go permanent lockdown, and then that guy's been punished, that guy's been punished, and then this one is, and this one is. So then these guys are all in permanent lockdown. They're not going to get stuck. I've got the doors locked so no one can get in and hurt them because we need to keep them alive and such. And now we can kind of go back to what I've been trying to do. So I've got 6 prisoners coming in 5 hours just to round this back up to my max number. I've actually got 8 supermax prisoners at the moment. So the way supermax prisoners work is all of them are staying in solitary until they do their time, and they will have some long solitary time. So this guy still has lockdown and solitary for 30 and 20 hours. This guy he's only got 5 hours left. There's a few of them spread around, but pretty much the way you go up in like grade, or pretty much severity, when you murder someone, either staff or inmates. So that's a good way of just me kind of keeping the murderers on a different side. So they'll all live in here for now until we get like a further area done. But what I'm trying to do today is I'm hoping that we can get some of this done today. So we're going to plan this ahead and get this going. So we're going to go objects, we're going to go lights, and I want to actually, before we do that, we need to go here and we need to get our utilities going and get all our power going. So we're going to go power here, and we're going to go water here, and then we're going to go get some capacitors and put them all the way around those guys. And pretty much we're just going to mirror the design. That's pretty much what I have to do. And go. The power's kind of a bit over the place at the moment because like this one here powers all this solitary and the workshop. This one does here, and this solitary. I'll eventually make the one power station over here power the solitary, and then hopefully then this guy can maybe take back this. I don't know. This generator's been under the pump too much. I think this kitchen takes way too much power of it, and with all the metal detectors and that it's doing as well, it's taking a lot of power. And this one requires a lot of power as well. Like this one's just powering 2 massive laundries and such. And I don't even know if I showed this off last episode. I actually did finish off all these areas. We've got 2 common rooms here and 2 common rooms here. They're pretty much mirrored exactly, these buildings. And then this one here is, you got 2 classrooms on each side and a power room just to power these laundries, because these are some big laundries. So we have got the day going on. They're now in lockup, and then they're going to go and eat. At that time, we need to get these. We're going to hit this and fast forward. And what I'd like to do is I want to actually mirror this. But before we do this, what I'm going to do is we're going to actually go. I'll keep it actually on fast forward mode. But I want to re-look into this room and rooms and how we did the lights, because this is how we're going to do the lights. So pretty much these rooms go like this, and we're just going to keep all this going, and then pretty much, yep, that's how it goes. So then it's just going to go like this, and we're just going to keep this all going, and then I can mirror this when it's designed on this side, and then we can just clone it all, and then it can get all done, which is good. And we're getting some inmates. They're turning up in a bit of over an hour. Get all this built today, at least. And then we should be good. Then I can raise my prison capacity, hopefully up to 400. Then we need to kind of sort out this other area of our prison, these areas where there's really nothing going on over here. So we need to sort that out pretty quickly. And then what else? Then these ones here, it's the same as the other room. So this one here, it's the same as the other one, where it just goes like this. Like so. And then let's go utilities. Let's look at cables. Now what I'd like to do is go demolish that cable, and I'd like this to connect like this, and this to connect like this, and then the cables run down the center of that, doesn't it? Yeah, it just runs over that. Yeah, it runs down this line, which is good. So how did I connect it though? Yeah, I just did it like that. Cool, that is easy. So it's always annoying when you try and mirror everything, because it's always annoying to do so. So you always want to get everything right. So then what we're going to do is just going to drag this all the way down to here. And then this is going to come back and go all the way this way. There's still obviously a few more wires that we have to do. They're going to do that for us at least, and get the power situation going. Now, what I do need to do is we've got those 6 new prisoners, so our intake is now up to 100. What I need to do is close our intake. Now, did we get any more gang members? If I go intelligence and gangs, no, the gangs are the same. It's 979. That's how it always has been for a little while now, which is good. Now, any of these guys in protective custody actually a gang member? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're 6, 7, 8. None of them are part of gangs, which is good. They're in protective custody, so they're gonna get annoyed. Oh, we've had a death. Where's that death been? Is it this one? Yeah, he's dead. Killed for being a snitch. And we got another fight going on in here. These guys are just angry because they're not really getting fed or anything. So yeah, I need to fix up the yard space and all that sort of stuff. Having a big fight down over here by the looks of it. And they're going to search that cell, which is good. And then those guys are going to go back into some solitary, which is always good. So these guys workers doing their job and getting all this done for us, which is good. This is what we want. I want to also get objects. I need to get lights. And we exactly want to get one of these rooms done up. Then I'll be good. Because then I can just pretty much mirror this, and that's the plan. And then I can do most of this off camera. I just thought to do a bit of building on camera with you guys today, because yesterday, not yesterday, still technically I'm recording it the same day, but not yesterday, the day before, because this is in the same week. It was the last episode. We had the issue with the whole sickness breakout, and now we've got this surviving witness sort of thing, so we need to keep all them alive and happy. I do know we need to go like that. I know we need to do that. I know technically at the back of these we need to do power, because that's how they work. And then at the front they go power because you need those. Yeah, that's how they work. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, that's how they're working there, and yep, they've got those going there, and then this can get all mirrored as well. I'm just waiting for these two to get built, which is good. So then all this will get power, and then we just need to build this room pretty much. Oh yeah, we need to place the lights in that last room. So how did I do the lights? Yeah, I just did the lights like that, which is how I thought I did it. So it just goes like here, 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 and here. And then we can start filling this and cloning it. And we'll kind of have to fill it ourselves before cloning and all that sort of stuff. So we've still got piping to do and toilets and all that sort of stuff. But at least we can sit here and do this. Now the bed's in front of the walls, so I want to do it like this. Now I want to grab this door and go lock open. Let's go objects, let's go bed again and rotate it so it's like this. And I'm not going to list them as cells until they are 100% ready, so I don't want anyone moving in there until we can actually take that capacity. So that's good, so that's all done. These are kind of waste of spaces, these now, because originally it was the idea of having more flow, but I might change these. These could actually be, we could do like small shops or something, I'm not sure. Really, like if I just pause the game, let's have a look at rooms. What could really go there? It could be like a little library, it could be a shop, we could have a chapel. Probably not a chapel. I would probably prefer them in the bigger buildings. Again, they can still be more like common rooms and that sort of stuff. It's just more places for them to go at the moment. So yeah, that could kind of work for them. But yeah, so we're gonna have to change how they work. And like even these rooms, like this could have, like it depends. Like if I go objects, if I go rooms, how big does a shop have to be? Minimum 4x4, so if I go planning, this goes 5x4, so we can have like a 5x4, we can have like the shop entrance here, small little thing there, and you can have all these little shops, and that's where they can buy stuff, and that's actually kind of a cool way of doing it. So that might be how we end up doing it in the end. We do need a guard in here, so let's go deployment, guard patrols. Now this room was weird, it split all these cells differently. Compared to how like these ones were, how like this was one big building, they were actually done as one little one, which is really annoying, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a patrol from here to here, and then I know for a fact that this one is that one, and then that one will be our armed guard, and then we'll have our other guys patrolling in there as well. So now let's go object, let's get toilet, and let's get these going as well, because we need to get all this. And the way we've done it as well, we've done it so no cell backs onto each other. So if we ever have to add a window into these places, so if I want to go window and we just go like that or something, then we actually can add windows. And I wouldn't mind adding windows eventually, because it kind of just upgrades the cells. Every cell technically kind of does have windows besides solitary, so that kind of makes sense in a way. So I wouldn't mind that in the end. So I want to do that and that. Then I also want to go drain and do that. And I also want to go utilities and I want a water boiler, and technically I want to rotate it. So I have the water boiler facing that way. I want it to kind of face the opposite way this time, but I'm not sure if can you rotate these guys. Yes, you can, but it always will face that way, so that's okay. So there's that one there. Alright, so they will get to building that for us, and then hopefully we'll have this all planned, and then we can actually start getting more prisoners in and deploying this. My phone is whistling because that's emails. Ignore that, people. We're down to 199 because we had that death, unfortunately. But we do need to get some more people because we are losing money. I do have a lot of wages in guard wages. My wages are very high and such. So, and we've had 0 days with incident. When you start having incidents, it helps, but it's a bit hard sometimes. Sometimes you get it on a nice roll and you don't have incidents, but then other times you have massive ones. And I look at this and like, it's still a decent amount eating. Like 77% of the prison are getting fed. Like you never always get 100%. I've noticed. But yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. I'm actually kind of happy with the way the prison's turning out. But I need to eventually. We need to work on this section. And I'm debating if we should double this. If we've got 200 on each side, that'll be 400. Do we want to then go 600 and 800 of these guys? Like, it's a big prison. It'll be a big prison if we do that. I feel like if we have 400, like high security, like these guys, I feel like that's enough. And then we can have the capacity of maybe 200 Supermax, because they're going to be the murderers and all that sort of stuff. That can go in here, because we're never going to make them go up. Like, we've got 9 Supermax. Like, they're always slowly going up. But then if we did 200, we have like a hole on this side. And then we would have another section over here that's kind of free. And I don't know what to do on that side if we did that. Because like really in the center, we probably can just have like a small area for death row. Because death row, really, you never get any death rows. They're super, super rare. So, you know, we might as well just keep it with max security. I would like to have medium security and low security on this side eventually. We need to get the front sorted out with more better places for the whatever you call it, for like the roads and the and like the road gates and all that sort of stuff. And we need to get the sniper tower set up and all that sort of stuff. So we need to do that. Now what I need to do as well is that if we go deployment guard patrols, now there's a guard patrol that's supposed to go in here. And the way we're going to do this is the bottom one is the one closest to the front. So this one, and then this one. So that's how we're going to do it. So then we got these guys getting filled. And then, yep, we can now actually start listing these as rooms. And we can actually start cloning these rooms. More particularly, I wouldn't mind getting the power set up first, though. So we're going to go objects. We're going to go utilities, and like water is always probably annoying to do, but it's not as important as power. So we'll do power first. Always costs us a lot of money to do these. Already spending 32,000 just on power. And I know we don't really need these many generators. What I do need to set up is actually the sprinklers in the generator rooms. That's something I will be doing probably after all this extension's done. I'll go back and add the sprinklers just so in case there is a fire. It's good when I've had a water main burst near one of these things, which is okay because the drains kind of sucked it all up, which is good. But besides that, yeah, like it's following pretty well. We need to start cloning all this and getting some more intake. So I'm hoping by next episode I can increase my intake. So I'm going to call the episode here, guys. Next episode I'll hopefully have most of this all built, if not all of it, and we can increase our intake in that episode. And the episode after that we can maybe look at getting some more buildings going out this way as well, or fixing. Actually, probably we need to do these corners first. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So as usual, thank you all for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So see you later, guys.